Be careful how you use I. Be careful how you use I. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Shemi Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great milestone and do rule well. Salutation to the man of the hopeful and sincere elect. There's a brother out here in Trinidad, Makaza. Just want to do a little edification for the elect's sake. And as I said before, be careful of how you use I, meaning how you say I or me. Alright? And it goes into the scripture that says Matthew chapter 12 and verse 36. It says, "But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment." So every idle word, all right, every idle word, you speak a word without giving it consideration, all right, is considered idle. And especially the idle words that cause offense, mainly to Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, case in point, like you say, I did this, I did that, or it's me, or guess what? It all goes back to the spirit. If you receive the understanding of a breakdown, give Yahweh Shemi Shai the glory. Don't say, I broke this down and I did this and I was the one who. No. Understand? You could say through the spirit, Yahweh Shemi Shai, he gave me the understanding to do this, because guess what? Without the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai, none of us would have even known that we were Hebrew Israelites. We didn't just stumble across this and just came to this understanding of our own. It was given unto us. All right? It was given unto us. So be careful of how you use I. All right? Because as the scripture said, you're going to give account in judgment. All right? You're going to give account in judgment. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 9 and verses 23. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh Shemi Shai, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, said the Lord." All right, so you have the glory in the fact that you know and understand the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, don't glory in any wisdom you have or any might, because everything that you have was given to you by the Lord. Why are you glorying about things that was given unto you? If you glory in the Lord, give all praises, and that is where we always sit. All praises to Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, you going out on the highways and byways doing these lessons, that is all the will of Yahweh Shemi Shai. The Lord put a spirit on you. He gave you first he gave you the strength, the health, the energy to go out and do it, and also the desire, because coming into the truth is all by the Lord's will. Leaving the truth is all by the Lord's will. You can't do nothing without the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai. The scripture says all things obey his will. So be careful how you say I. Stop saying I did this and I do that. Don't put yourself on a pedestal. That is why the scripture says, "Why is earth and ashes proud?" Don't put yourself up on a pedestal. All right, you put yourself up on a pedestal, the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai, he will take you down just as easy. All right, he will take you down just as easy. So be careful of those idle words that you use. All right, because at the end of the day, it's only the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai. He does everything according to his will. There is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and in verse 39. It says, "See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever." As the scripture says, when he could swear by no greater. Only the Lord could beat his chest, so to speak. Only the Lord could forswear and say, "You know what, I by my own strength." Look at what happened to I believe was Pilate or Herod in Acts when he spake, and the people said, "This is the voice of a God, not of a man," and worms came and eat him out. Look at what happened to Nebuchadnezzar. He said, "Is this not Babylon that my hands made?" Roughly paraphrasing. And look at what happened to him. That same hour, the Lord turned him into a beast. All right? So stop being proud and stop giving that praise to yourself. Give that praise unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? Give the praise unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Stop saying, I did this, and I this, and I that, and me. No. Because guess what? You didn't do nothing that the Lord did not allow you to do. All right? This is Psalms 106 and verse 32. It says, "They angered him also at the waters of strife, so that it went ill with Moses for their sakes, because they provoked his spirit, so that he spake unadvisedly with his lips." Because Moses said, "Must we fetch water for you from this rock?" He didn't say, "Lord, fetching water." He said, "Must we?" So in front of the congregation, he made it look like this was his doing. All right? As he said, it's just out of frustration, Moses, he answered. And as the scripture said, the first precept I read, it says what? It says every idle word. So because of that idle word, that one idle statement, Moses didn't get to enter into the promised land. How much more you, when you keep putting yourself up as that like a great one, I did this and I did that. You're trying to make yourself seem more than what you are, what the Lord intended for you to be. Stop saying, "I did this and I did that, and I do this," and no, stop doing it. That's why the scripture said, "If the Lord will." All right, if the Lord will. This is 2 Ezra chapter 1 and verse 20. It says what? It says, "When ye were thirsty, did I not clave the rock, and waters flowed out to your fill? For the heat I covered you with the leaves of the trees." So the Lord said he clave the rock. Yes, Moses was the one that spoke to it the first time. Yes, Moses was the one that struck it the first time, and water came. And the second time, he was supposed to speak to the rock, but he didn't speak to it. He struck it again. All right? But whether he struck it or he went and he spake unto it the second time, it was not Moses' work. It was not Moses' doing. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he used Moses to do his work, just like he used any of us. So stop saying I and me and I did and I that when it comes to the Lord's work. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It's all by design of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The Lord allowed it to happen so. Stop giving yourself that glory. Matter of fact, stop giving yourself Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's glory. Scripture says, "Why is earth and ashes proud?" It says that. Why is earth and ashes proud? All right? Don't bring destruction upon yourself with your lips. All right? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 12. It says, "For we dare not make ourselves of the number who compare ourselves with some that commend themselves." It says, but they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise. It says, "But we will not boast of things without our measure." As the scripture says, "He that glory, let him glory in the Lord." All right? It says, "But according to the measure of the rule which Yahweh had distributed to us, a measure to reach even unto you. For we stretch not ourselves beyond our measure, as though we reach not unto you." It says, "For we are come as far as to you also in preaching the gospel of Mashiach, not boasting of things without our measure," not saying I and me, and it was because of me that, you received this knowledge. No, Paul didn't do that. Paul gave the Lord all the honor and glory. All right, that is of other men's labors. And guess what? Even more so, you received it from the Most High through the apostles. So you glorying about your knowledge, but guess what? You received it from the apostles. The apostles were the ones the Lord used to teach you. So stop boasting. All right? It says, but having hope, when your faith is increased, that we shall be enlarged by you according to our rule abundantly. All right? So it says what? It says to preach the gospel in the regions beyond you, and not to boast in other men's line of things made ready to our hands. Stop doing that. It says, but he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. All right? He that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. Stop glorying in yourself. It says, for not he that commendeth himself is approved, but whom Yahweh commended. Not he who big himself up is approved, but who the Lord bigs up, who the Lord, raises up. And it will be declared who the Lord raises up. All right? You don't need to go out there and declare yourself and put yourself up on a pedestal. The Lord himself will do that. All right? But there's no way to about this. The scripture says in Isaiah 2, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua alone will be exalted in that day. All right? So it's about humility. It's not about pride. It's not about you. As I said in that video before, it's not our works. This is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua's work. All right? This final precept here, this is Ecclesiastes 5 and 6. It says, suffer not thy tongue to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. It says, wherefore should Yahweh be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thy hands? Yeah. So don't let your mouth cause your flesh to sin. All right? Be careful of the words that you use. Be careful. All right? Be careful of the words that you use. Make sure and give the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua his glory. All right? So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahshua. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great mercy and do rule well. Salutation to the man of the hope plan, saying, say elect. There's a brother out here in Trinidad, Marcus, saying, Shalom and stay strong. Shalom.